What is up, guys? My name is Andrew and welcome back to Space Engineers. This is episode number 12, and this one's going to be a little bit of an interior building episode as we're kind of finishing up what we want, or all the basic necessities for the base. I mean, we've already got them built, of course, but we're kind of finishing up getting their buildings set up. For instance, in this episode, I'd like to probably try and get this room pressurized. That'd be pretty nice. I want to do some work on this hallway. Some of you guys were saying that it'd be really nice if I pressurized it and had like a bunch of windows looking out for like areas like this. So I think we're going to give that a go, see if that looks good. So we'll be doing that. If we have time, we're going to be doing some work on this room here because it's looking kind of ugly. I'd like to get it looking a little bit better. And of course, one other thing I want to do is I want to make a nice charging bay for our mini miner, aka the Wilbinator. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure where we want to put that. But I mean, the obvious choice would be to put it where we're going to put the hangar, which will eventually be off in that direction somewhere. However, this mini miner is kind of only meant for inside the base. It's helping with digging for these rooms and stuff. So I think we're going to have the charging area also be inside the base instead of over up there or over in the hangar. Now, before we go into anything, I just want to say that I've done a little bit of work off camera, a lot of the tedious stuff. So first things first, I guess I'll start with this room. I added a couple things here. So I added the vent right here, so we can now depressurize as we're trying to get into that room. So we close this door right here. We press this button, which means depressurize. There we go. So now, or pressurize, something. It means something. It means give air. That's what it means. So we press that button. It gives us air. We're good. And we can go in here without any problem of depressurization. So that's all fine and dandy. So I also added these little windows here mainly for aesthetic purposes, but it can also let me see what the pressurization status of the room is, which is pretty nice before opening the door. So that's always fun. So yeah, that's this room. Close the door. Oops, a little bit of lag there. Close the door, press this button right here, which means it'll take out all the air, and then we're good to go without any worry of escaping air. See, it's still nice and green over there. The other thing I did off camera was I did a lot of work on this right here. I finished up all of the blocks, so everything is now welded. I added like a top part right there so you don't see like the dirt that we used to see. And I also changed up how the elevator itself works. So before my off-camera changes, what would happen is you'd get on the elevator, you press a button and it'd start going, you press another button and it would stop. So it was up to you to kind of stop yourself where you needed to go. But now what I've done is I've, based on a suggestion from you guys again in the comments, is I separated the pistons into two groups. So we have phase 1 and phase 2. So phase 1 brings you only to that floor right there, and phase 2 brings you the other way. So by doing that, it allows me to do something like this. Press this button right here. And I don't have to do anything else. I can just look around if I want to, and it'll bring me all the way to that first floor right there. It won't bring me too far. It won't bring me too close. It's calibrated perfectly to get me to that floor. So yeah, that one's eventually will get us there. You can admire the nice ceiling that I put some time into to try and make it look nice. This bridge looks a little weird, but you know what? Maybe catwalks would look nicer. I don't know. Maybe we'll try that. But anyways, yeah, you can get off right here. And of course, the next button puts you up to the next floor, which is the top floor. And of course, this bottom button right here will bring you all the way down. That just retracts both phases of pistons. I also added a caller. So this will call the elevator to here. The one in the middle will call it to the middle, and the one below will call it to below. However, there is one little issue with the way we have it set up, and I don't really know how to solve this. But if we press this button right here, elevator phase 1, which should bring us to that floor down there, it does not work. And the reason it doesn't work is because the only thing this button does is it says extend phase 1's pistons. However, it does not retract phase 2's pistons. So both the phases are extended, which means we're here. The only way we can manage to go down to that floor right there is to say retract phase 2's pistons. And the only way to do that would be to press this button right here and then press this one. And the elevator does something weird a little bit. It kind of hovers for a second and then it goes back down to the correct floor. So that's a little bit of a bug in this elevator setup, but you know what? It's fine because it's only 2 button presses to get here, which I'm totally okay with. So yeah, that's the new and improved elevator, I'd say. And let's go back down to floor 1 so we can do a little bit of work. Now, I will say the elevator sometimes kills me. It like glitches out occasionally and just like flies everywhere and sends me in a random location, and that's not amazing. Some of you guys were saying in the comments I could stop that if I set the share inertia tensors. However, I have done this. This is all of the pistons right here. They're all on share, and it still occasionally just like wigs out a little bit and goes crazy. So, and now for a second display of this room. Close the door, press the button, wait for it to appear green, and open. Yay! I did this wrong one time, and it actually broke oxygen. Like, the rooms would no longer pressurize. Even the room over there would no longer pressurize. So, just don't do it wrong and you'll be fine. But do it wrong and sometimes oxygen just breaks. But that's okay, because we don't need oxygen. We have a suit. And we'll not do that in the future. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is make a nice hangar for this thing. Not really a hangar, more just like a spot. So it's not in the middle of our path, which is really what we want to avoid. I'm thinking right here, right there, because we haven't used these areas yet. Probably right here, because it's actually, it seems like a really nice place to stick it. So let's dig out this area. And in fact, we'll be able to get rid of this thing as well, because we will not need it. Oh shoot, there was stuff in there. Oh shoot, there's a lot of stuff in there. Okay, well, let's bring it back to here. So I accidentally created a boatload of drills. I didn't mean to. I think I went to production and I tried to disassemble them all, and I accidentally ended up assembling them all, which is not great. So let's go and fix this. Oh, this, see? Look, okay, disassemble infinity of these. And also these. And also these. There we go. So, because I want to disassemble all the ones I don't need. So disassemble all those, please. And don't assemble them. Please. You, stop assembling. Alright, back to digging this out. So we just want this whole area to be dug out a little bit. So let's get our mini miner and fire this baby up. It's been a little bit since we've used it, hasn't it? Because last episode we used, or maybe even the episode before, we used the other thing. The other method of digging. The elevator method. But yeah, let's get this mini miner back to work here. Mine out this little area. This will be nice. Hopefully by the end of this episode we'll have most of our base like completely done, and we can start working on, I really want to start working on that tram. That's what I've been looking forward to. I also want to go to Hoth at some point, because that seems like that would be pretty awesome as well. So how about, you know what, let's take a vote. Next episode we're going to do something fun. What are we going to do? Are we going to A, go to Hoth, or attempt to, or B, are we going to start on that tram that we were going to work on? And the tram is going to bring us all the way to the whatchamacallit, the hangar, which will eventually also exist. The hangar might just be like a little cave. I don't know. It'll be something. Okay, how's this looking? This might be enough area. Let's get enough top clearance as well. I'm kind of worried because once we try and pressurize the hallway, it might be very difficult to move our ship around. But what we could do to actually solve that is we could have little, like corridors. Okay, like you know how in the White House they have a bunch of like, you know, the paintings move and stuff, and you can like go inside trapdoors to go in like hidden hallways. We'd have something like that for this. Like little corridors going along the top of this thing that like drop down, and all those little holes between those. So if we ever need to dig anywhere, we can use this thing, get in those little corridors, get to where we need to go, drop down, and mine. That probably sounds really confusing, but maybe you get the idea. Just kind of a secret way for us to get around without having to hopefully destroy stuff to make way for this thing. Okay, I think that's probably good for the digging. Let's turn this baby off. Let it sit right there. Don't worry, you'll soon have a home, Mr. Mini Miner. Okay, how much steel plates do we have? How many? 200 and something. 200 and change. So let's just build out this area. We don't even really need to leave a gap here. We could have this whole area be mini hangar. Oh, you know what? Okay, we're totally... I don't know, what was it? What did I build this in? I think it was the server gameplay that we did a while ago. When I first made the Space Engineer server. Like when I first started that, I used to actually do videos on that, which I should probably bring that back, that series. But one of the things I did was I made a mini mobile, I think is what I called it. And it was literally just like a remote control car that just drove around. I should totally make one for here and be able to drive it around like from point A to point B and stuff, and like mess around with stuff. I don't know, it wouldn't be useful. It'd just be fun. That sounds like something we should do. In fact, random tangent, we're building the mini mobile. Alrighty, I give you the mini-mobile. Take 2. This one actually has, it's got 2 cameras. The first camera is a first-person camera, giving you that kind of feel when you're playing like a racing game. You're down like in the, you know those old racing games when they used to try and give you the like driver's perspective, but instead they'd give you more like a bumper's perspective, like you were in front of the car. That's like what that camera is right there. And then that camera over there, that one's the third-person camera. So if you're looking at this one, you can actually see, like, you know, you can see this area right here. So you'll be able to see kind of where the car's going, and you have a nice view of it. And hopefully it'll be able to fit through this thing once we build it. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to be able to fit through any doors because it's too big. But I didn't know really how to make a bigger or a smaller vehicle than that. Although they have smaller batteries and smaller wheels, so I guess I could try. The only problem is I think with the 1x1 wheels, this scrapes the bottom, so they're not really great. But yeah, that's our mini mobile. Let's build ourselves a nice command station once we build this. So we'll have like probably on this side we'll have a command station, which would have the antenna and stuff, and that would allow us to actually control this thing. And then over here would be the stock area, or maybe opposite, because this is where we need to connect to that stuff. So if we're gonna have connectors somewhere, this is probably the optimal side for that. Okay, let's finish up welding this stuff. All right, there's our nice little hangar area, which is gonna be where we're gonna stick this thing. So, unfortunately, it kind of looks like it's part of the base, which means we're gonna probably have to color it differently so it doesn't look like that. Because otherwise, it looks like we're still parking this thing there, like in the random part of the base. But we will. How about this from here? So let's get a color for this. Let's say, what's a nice color for hangar stuff? Let's use yellow, I think. So we'll say that this area, we can actually use control to paint because it's easier. This area right here is going to be the area of the mini-mobile. And it's yellow for obvious industrial reasons. So how are we going to do this actually? We're going to want... You have a connector on the bottom, right? No, you don't even have a connector. Well, we need some way to charge you, don't we? So we could stick a connector on the back. That would be the easiest, most likely. Or we could stick a connector on the top. That would also be pretty easy. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to stick... Okay, hang on. You're right there. You're right there. I'm trying to figure out where we're going to put these. If we stick... Oh, you know what? Okay. Ah, okay. You guys are going to move up 1. Or 2. You guys are going to move up some. So let's go over here. Number 6. We're going to put the lights as far forward as we can, which is right there. They're now yellow for some reason. Whatever. It's fine. And then these things right here. Bulletproof glass. You guys need bulletproof glass? For what? Okay, so these things are going to move back as well. These things right here. By the way, if you guys are playing this game and it's taking you forever to weld stuff, definitely get the tier 3 welder. It is really, or the grinder. It's really good. It grinds things instantly. It's pretty nice. This is also now yellow for some reason. Again, it's fine. Oh shoot, it's front heavy now. Whatever. Okay, that, and that are gonna go, and those are going to be replaced with a nice old connector. Connector goes here. We need small steel tubes. That's fine, we'll grab them. Finally, let's throw these things back where they were. So this will go right there, and this will go right here, and that should keep it up. We probably don't need a top thruster. Although, if we want to add one, we could add them right here if we really need them. I guess we'll see if we need them. Small steel tubes and computers. And let's head back to this thing. The improved version of the mini miner. Alright, how you working? It's having a little... Oh, no. Okay, it was having trouble. But it doesn't seem to be anymore. It seemed to be having trouble taking off, but I think it's fine. Nice. Alright, so the way we're going to do this... Let's use our white blocks again. We'll use the same one as this is. We're going to do something like this. Let's go for... What was that? Did you hear that? What was that? A random explosion. We're flying. We don't have time to wait for the elevator. That explosion came from over there, I think. It wasn't the A-mobile. And it wasn't any of our ships over there. What could that have been? Nothing here. There's a crater, though. And what is in the crater? There's actually stuff. Is this looks like it might have been just like a drop pod that was going a little bit too fast because of our infinite speed mod. So you know what? I will thank the god Clang for his generosity, and I'll take the materials. even though it amounts to only like less than 10 steel plate, but whatever. That was a fun little adventure. Oh, I can showcase this. We're gonna bring the elevator all the way up. And we'll see how long it takes. See, it's kind of fast. It's got some speed. I think what we're going to do is we're going to save some space by having a connected wall here. So we're going to do something like this. We're going to weld these all in. We're totally running out of stuff. Actually, that was really convenient. Look at this. We can just go up here and grab stuff. That is pretty nice. Stick that stuff in there because we don't need it anymore. So we're going to have that there, and then we're going to have right here, we're going to have one of these babies. And I think we'll do... Okay, we're out of the materials anyway. We can grab some. Do we want 2 connections? We could. We have enough room. So let's do 2 connections. One here and one here. They have a 2-space separation, which is probably fine because these are kind of pretty thin ships. So we're going to unfortunately need to do that. Now, I don't like doing anything like that, but we're going to have to do it for the sake of connecting or of pressurizing that one room right there. So... I don't like using these blocks for every conveyor because supposedly they take up more CPU or more whatever computations. All right, with that built, what we can do is we could grab our nice connectors and we can connect right here. So one right there and one right here. That's all we need for this thing. And we're going to block up this with blocks because it's ugly. You ugly. Stick a block right there, stick a block right there. And we're gonna do the same thing on these sides so it looks, well, it's gonna look cool, I promise. Well, maybe I can't really promise because everyone's got their own taste. What looks cool to me might not look cool to you, but no, it's gonna objectively look super freaking awesome. Okay, this is gonna flip, put it right there, there, and one more there. And finally, one last pass with the welder. And presto. Look at that, 2 eyes staring at me. That's what it looks like right now. But it will allow us to go and connect this to that. Now, since we have multiple ships connected to the same base, I do want to go ahead and press G, grab my connector, and set it as a connection. So we're going to swap the lock on that. Let's go into third person and back up into the far slot. Always take the far slot because someone else might need the close one. Recharge. Okay, it's on recharge mode. I think it's good. Part of me is scared. I want to press Y to turn it off, but at the same time, I've done that before and it actually turns off the whole base. So, I don't know. I'll press L though to turn off those lights. And I'm very glad it didn't turn off all the lights because I guess that could have happened. Okay, let's build our little control center that I said we'd build. And we'll build that over here. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. That there. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Need steel plates. Lots of them. Like a bunch of them. This is where we're going to have our nice control chair. So actually, this is good because we can get rid of that right there. That control chair that you saw for like half a second as I parkoured my way up there. We can get rid of that one. So we won't have to stare at it every time we go into our cargo room. That'll be nice. All right. And are you all set up? Yes. Okay. Now I want to add some glass because glass looks cool. So glass time. Oh my god, that actually fit. Wait, how did you fit? Oh, I know how you fat. Is that the past tense for fit? I know how you fat. That's funny. All right, now we add the glass because it looks cool. Add glass to that side. Add glass to this side. Turn it around. Glass, 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 glass. Add some glass because glass looks real cool. Can I add it right? Yeah, there we go. A little bit of frozen there, but yeah. Okay, we're going to need a lot of bulletproof glass and a lot of girders. So I think we have a lot of girders. We just need a lot of bulletproof glass, which I don't know that we have any of, actually. So production, Please get me, like, I don't know, 1,000 maybe? Which should be enough. Oh, shoot. Why does it default to Assembler 5? I want it to just default to Assembler King. Wait, is it because that one's the first one? Oh, I bet you that is. Okay, let me do something like this. We'll go to Assemblers. And we're going to say Assembler King, you shall be called Assembler.King. Because that means you're going to be first in the alphabetical order. Which means if I go here, production, shoot. It didn't work. Okay, we're going to have to figure that out at some point. Boom. Make me 1,000 of those, please. And then give to moi. Thank you. So this is a bit awkward, but OBS crashed. So let me tell you the story. I recorded, what did I record? I recorded like an hour and 40 minutes of footage, an hour and 30 minutes of footage, and OBS crashed somewhere in that, and 40 minutes of that were saved. So OBS didn't pop up with a huge warning message to tell me it crashed. The warning message was behind the game, so I didn't know it crashed literally until I stopped recording. So stuff has been done. Let me take you through it like I did at the start of this episode. Let me take you through some of the stuff I did after OBS crashed, and we'll continue. We'll continue with more stuff, I suppose. I had finished the episode. I was like, oh, this is going to be a good episode. We did a lot of stuff. And then it crashed, and I was like, shoot, that stuff's gone now. But at least we still have the progress, so I'll show you, and yeah. Okay, so first of all, this whole area is done. I think when OBS crashed, we were putting up the stuff right here, but now it's actually put up, so we now have this area done. It's a nice little room. You can sit in it. Okay, that sounded bad. You can sit in it. You can sit in the chair. I don't know why my tongue kind of graced the top of my mouth for a second there, and it sounded not like I said sit. But you can sit in the chair, and you can use the remote control. We have a nice little thing right there, whatever that's called, an antenna, so you can actually use stuff. That right there is the mini mobile that we built. I'm not sure if this was in the crash footage. Probably, I guess it was. But we're gonna, let's go take it for a ride. So press K. We'll go to our, remote access, and then we can go to our mini mobile right here, and we can control that. So we have two cameras. Number one is first person, so you can actually see just like a normal first person race car game would be. You can drive around. It's nice and slow, so you don't go and knock yourself off stuff. And then of course we have this one right here. This is the third person, so it allows you to, go in third person. So yeah, let's execute a nice 3-point turn right here. Oh, we didn't do it right. Okay, it's fine. So yeah, that's our third person, and it's super awesome. This is our mini-mobile. I hope you like the mini-mobile. Because it's good. Okay, so that's the mini-mobile. That's one thing we did. The next thing that we did is get more fuel. Okay, so yeah, this whole thing is built. Also, we started working on this. So we came to the realization, or after one of you commented on the last video as well, we came to the realization that we don't have to pressurize each individual room. Like this one, that one, that one, and that one. We don't have to make their own pressurizations in here. Instead, we can pressurize the whole thing as one. And some of you guys have been saying that since the beginning of the season. However, the reason I didn't want to before is because the shaft used to be made out of stone. And as we know from Space Busters, stone does not pressurize at all. So you can't pressurize through stone. It has to be like a block. But now that we have it all blocks, we can indeed pressurize the whole entire base, where the airlock to the base would be up there. We could have each individual airlocks for the rooms as well. That's fine. It would mean extra security, I guess, of any leaks or anything. Yeah, we started making this area kind of sealed in a little bit, and we have a couple of windows. We decided to go 2 windows and then 1 pillar, I guess it would be. So we have window, window, pillar. Pillar right here, window, 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 pillar. Unfortunately, while we were building all this stuff, we ran out of materials. We ran out of iron, and we ran out of silicon to make the bulletproof glass. So it looks like we have to go on a little bit of a mining expedition. I was going to do that next episode at the beginning, but, well, since we're here and I don't have footage, let's go ahead and do it. Let's do our little mining expedition. This is going to be fun. We can use our elevator, too. In fact, we could technically bring the mini miner up there. Oh god, that's not gonna work. Well, whatever. Let's see what happens. Okay, I didn't hear any explosions. So I guess that's... Oh, shoot. You guys ever make a mistake and you want to take it back, but then you can't? Oh, hey, this isn't that bad. I can actually push it. Which means if I push it... Ooh, genius. If I push it towards this, somehow, using jetpack to push because we're not very strong. Then I can get it on top of that thing. Oh, that's weird. So you can only push on the wheels. You can't push on the block itself, but if you push on the wheels, it's way more effective. Okay, so if I do that, I should be able to use the elevator to flip it over. Hey, that actually worked like a charm. Off we go into the wild blue yonder. Up we go, up by the shaft. All right, miner 1 is away. Repeat, miner 1 is away. Okay, where's our iron? Okay, GPS. And we're looking for some of that nice FE that's on Mars. FE. I guess we'll just search for FE. These are all on the moon. Do we have iron? Maybe we called it that. Oh, shoot. Did we not name it from Mars? That was dumb. Oh, we did. M iron. Beep, 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 ding. Okay, let's go there. We need some silicon too, so we're going to need to keep an eye out for that stuff if we come across any. Here in the Martian wastelands, you can never be too careful. Sometimes there's wildebeests that would like to attack you if you get too close. Not really, because we have wolves turned off, and wolves aren't wildebeests. There are probably many holes with what I just said. Either way, you've got to keep your wits about you. Otherwise, you're going to end up fried. Is that something that can happen on Mars? Like, could you get fried? Probably. We made a nice hole before, so let's go down it. Iron, nickel. We could probably grab some nickel while we're here. That would be nice. We're right-click mining here so we can kind of clear up some of this entrance. And let's begin. Epic rap battles of history. Miner versus iron. Begin! I like mining iron because iron's fun to grab. When I mine iron, I do a little dab. I could have just started my ship there. I mine and I mine till my ship is full. But I don't overfill because then I'd be a fool. And also if I did that, I'd start to fall because my weight would be too much and I would crash. Lol. I said a 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4. I like good iron. I'm going to get some more. A 5 to the 6 to the 7 to the 8. I'll bring it back to my refinery so we can build some steel plate. Never enter me into like a rap battle contest. Please. Nickel! Let's go for it. We're going to right-click mine our way out of here. That's like, right-click mining is like the Control-Alt-Delete of miners. When you get yourself stuck... Oh, is this the nickel? Oh, this might be the nickel. No, wait, the nickel says it's far. Okay, so let's go after the nickel. Make sure we can get some of that. I don't think this is the nickel right next to us, but you know what? It might be, so let's grab some. Was I grabbing nickel the whole time? I think I was. Let's look at our stuff. Let's see what we have. What do we have? We have 19k of nickel, 200k of stone, and 200k of Fe. And we have just a little bit more than that as well. Okay, I think that's probably good to go back to base on because some of that stone can actually turn into other goodies. So I'm totally fine holding on to the stone. Now before the major update that added the stone turning into ingots, I would want to get rid of all the stone. However, since we don't have anything else to store that room for on our ship, I'm totally fine with it. So let's get back to boss. We will get back to the boss. Oh, we skimmed the ground. I forgot about momentum. I've got to be careful. We're really heavy on this ship right now. All right, home sweet home. The hazard miner is backing right into the base. And any second now, we'll get that yellow connection. No? Oh, one perspective's not enough when you're doing this. You need 2 perspectives. And make life a whole lot easier. Okay, turn that on right there. Awesome. Oh, we press P. I've got to remember not to press P. Because when we press P, it could like disconnect everything and connect everything. It does weird stuff with bases. So let's press G and grab our Connectatron. Connectatron. I don't know which one it is. Okay, fine. We'll do that later. That's okay. That's not our main concern right now. Okay, so if I go into the base, here is the question. If I go to the refinery. Refinery, how are you doing? You don't have anything, but you do. So you're getting lots and lots of iron at the moment. And nickel. Okay, let's go into here then, and we're going to grab our stone. because it looks like it can make silicon. So I'd rather do the stone first, because look how fast the stone goes. It's making silicon and iron, both of which we need. Our production should start booming up again. Let's do this first, because we don't particularly... Okay, thank you for switching. Oh, shoot. Why is it on Assembler 5? Assembler King should be the one. Okay, you know what? I'm going to need to rename all... I'm going to need to complete all these, rename them, and then find out which one is the master one, because I wanted the King one to be the master one, but it seems to always be defaulting to number 5. So we might have to swap that up, how that works. Okay, we should have enough stuff, which means we should be able to continue our production of this. Let's hop in here. Production, I'm going to want a lot of girders. Girders are going to be the final priority. We don't care very much about them. Actually, let's stop everything. Stop all production. King, I want you to make me 1,000 girders and also 1,000 bulletproof glasses. Actually, 2,000 of each of those, please. And I would also like you to make me 2,000 steel plates. Or no, 3,000 steel plates, because why not? Now you should be... Yeah, okay, so it's delegating, which is good. All right, so now we should have enough stuff to continue the production of that. Let's grab some girders, I guess. Oh, shoot, we're putting them in the wrong place. Let's grab some girders, and we'll grab some steel plates, or some bulletproof glass as well. All right, there we go. 272 bulletproof glass. How many do you think it's going to last us? I think probably 6. I think it's only going to bring us 6, and we're going to run out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it only brought us 5. We couldn't even get the 6th one. That's okay. Let's go and grab some more. We can finish up this whole line. We have a lot. Holy crap. Good job, assemblers. You guys have been doing good work. A little bit of freeze, a little bit of frozen there. And that's this side. We just need to get the other side now. And awesome. We got the nice, the full hallway kind of set up. This is good. Okay, I want to see how much iron we have from that hall. We probably have a crap load of it, but I want to verify. Let's go. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Missing items. What is going on? How are you missing items? We just brought back so much iron. Refinery. Let's see what's going on here. The refinery looks like it's working on nickel, when in fact we need it to be working on iron. So now that it's working on iron, it should be able to go further. Unfortunately, though, it's not... do we have any stone inside our base? We do have a lot of stone. Let's put the stone in there, because the stone gives us silicon, which is what's needed for this. So that's why that wasn't producing anything else. The king's done. Okay, you know what? Just don't worry about that stuff anymore. Okay, we are going to have to eventually find like an actual silicon patch, otherwise we're just going to keep running out. I haven't really put in any thought about how I want to top this. Now, I know right here we can do something. So if I grab this piece right here and break it, and then grab this piece right here and break it, and then I go and grab those pieces again, and instead use... Energy low. Okay, well, we'll fix that in a second. And use this piece, which I think is that... Yeah, okay, so use that piece right there, and then use the other one, which is number 9, right here. Then that will actually connect perfectly. So that will make a seal. All right, so that is now a seal. There's some weird texture thing going on right here. It's kind of weird, but whatever. How do we want to like angle this top part? Do we want to use... Part of me wants to do something like... We're going to do this. It's going to look a little bit weird from the outside, but from the inside, it's going to look good. So we're going to do that, and we're just going to kind of go along the path, doing that right there. We'll have a piece eventually, but yeah, we'll do this, 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 and we'll keep going like that. Here, I don't know what we want to do. What's the piece that we're going to use? Are we going to? Is it this piece? I think it's this piece that we're going to use. No, not that one. What? I thought I had the piece. Yeah, this one. So we're going to use that piece right there. We might need to change it up right here because it's a little bit different, but I don't know. We'll figure that out on a later date, or on a later minute, I guess. Probably the same date, but a later minute at least. So something like that. We'll do the same thing on the other side, but let's start with this side as the mock-up, if you will. It's nice to have an idea of what you're doing before you actually do it. The sketch. If we were doing a drawing, making art, this is the sketch. Before we actually go and commit to paint, we've got to do the sketch so that we know we don't screw it up royally. Okay, so that. Then what we'll do on top, right there, Oh, why is my dampeners off? I swear, those turn off at the most inopportune times sometimes. Okay, so we're going to use these weird slanted pieces, and this will be able to bridge the gap right there. So weird slanted pieces. Get those in. We'll turn on our light since we're kind of working a little bit outside the area. And then up top right there, we can use a 3-way viewing piece. So yeah, we've got this big giant window. We can use that. So if we were to turn this right there, I think that's the right way, right? Can't really tell. Yeah, that's the right way. So if we stick that right there, then that serves as a really nice viewing area so that while we're walking, we can actually look up and see the area as well. So we can look over and see, we can look up and see, we can look left, and we'll be able to see as well. So you'll just be able to see everything. And that's what some of you guys were commenting in the last video saying, hey man, it'd be so cool if you made it indoors, but also had lots of windows so you can see out. I think you're right. It would be a really cool idea. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Alright, how do you like it so far? We've got, believe it or not, there's a window there. You can see little cracks and stuff. I don't know, that's part of the block. You can see like little dirt around it. It's a very clear window, but there's a window there, there's one there, and there's one there. However, we're running out of area where we can actually build windows without dirt and rubble getting in the way. But luckily, we have the mini miner. Okay, disconnect. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, you don't really have a choice to accept it, is to fly. We can't get up there. We have to fly through here and then get up right here. If we can somehow slip through. Yes, we can. Oh, this looks cool. I like how we did here. That looks really cool. Okay, we're just gonna right click mine pretty much in a straight line, and hopefully it'll get all the dirt that's above and below us. Whoa. Did we lose a thruster? I think we might have. We're starting to go on. Did we lose? Oh shoot, we lost some thrusters. Okay, we need to land. Actually, this is a good spot. Land right here. Thank you. Yeah, we lost some thrusters. We lost this one. So we need to fix that. And we lost, I think, our... Wait, do we not have... Oh, we do have side ones. They're just down here. We lost that one as well. So we need steel plates, construction components, motors, metal grids, large steel tubes. All right, back here with some stuff. Let's see if we brought enough. You. Yes, we brought enough for you. You as well? Okay, are you broken? No. Are you... Doesn't look like it. Let's check out this side over here. I think we went a little too hard against some of the walls there. So we got to be a little bit more careful maybe. Okay, turn this baby back on and let's go in first person. It might be easier. Oh, actually, you know what? We need to mine this as well. So let's... Here's a good point to do it. Rock. I think we've got pretty much everything we need. Okay, let's go back over here. We're going to go very carefully down here. Let's try and turn ourselves in the right direction as well as we're going down. Beep. Oh, little bump right there, but we're good. Okay, back to our little station. That looks much better. Yeah, there we go. We don't have rock everywhere. I mean, we have some rock there that we could eventually remove if we want to, but it's pretty nice. We can like get on here and like run around if we want to. For now, it'll eventually be closed in. Actually, right now it'll be closed in. Let's go along the line and close this baby in. This might have to change how this works. It looks like I need a lot of large steel tubes now. Like lots and lots of them. I need like a bunch of them. I need like a bunch of them. 48 will do just fine. 48 will do just fine. That's enough large steel tubes for me to use for this. I need some interior plates now. I forgot about those. I only need like 4 of them. I only need like 4 of them. I should be able to get those. I should be able to get those. I have 2,000 lol. That's way too many. I've got to dun dun run away. I've got to dun dun. You don't want to look at the Enderman. No, 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 no. Now I've finally got all these re-hooked up. It took a little bit, but they're now all hooked up the same way that they are down there. They're going out the proper way, and it should work much better than it was before. Or it should work the same as it was before, but it should look better than it was before, or than it did before. Now we can continue on our thing. So grab these blocks, and we're just going to go all the way down the line, placing these things as we go, because we want one on every single block. Oh, I put one in a weird place. I don't know where that went. There it is. Okay, and let's do the other side as well. So we can get all these, because these are the blocks that are going to hold up those things. I'm just spamming click as I go. Oh, we should probably do these ones as well. So let's start with the bottom part. So it's going to be this. Then we're going to have, I really need to fix that little gaping hole right there. Go that way, and then we'll have one more on this side if I can manage to place it. I cannot, so let's right click mine here, and we'll manage to place it now. Okay, so now that those are there, now we can go ahead and put our signature piece on there. There we go. Okay, that's looking good. Now let's do this one. We're going to need some small blocks. We're going to stick them in between here. So 1, 2, 3, place those. 1, 2, 3, place these. 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, we don't have the blocks properly placed, but we can do something like this. And break that one. Okay, so that's where that's going to go. And then finally, to make it all look nice, let's add the giant window. One right there, one right here. And do we already have one in the other spot? Oh, no, we do not. It just fell through. Sometimes it's hard to tell if there's a block there. Now we have everything placed. Let's go on a welding mission. All right, fellas, I give you the currently mostly complete hallway. It's currently got glass on the sides. It's got glass on the top that you can't fall through. It's got more glass on the sides, more glass on the top until here. This is where the glass stops because we ran out of silicon to make stuff. Now the goal is for this thing to continue a little bit farther down that way. Eventually, maybe it'll continue all the way to H, which is where Big Red is, but that's kind of far. Although this is it's almost going 70 meters. Yeah, that's really far actually over there. I don't know. We'll continue it down that way somehow. But for now, it's looking pretty good. We can almost... Actually, you know what? We could technically seal it off right here if we wanted to. And then all we would have to do is either A, close that door, or B, put some doors on here. And we could have a sealed base. And actually, we have to get that part too. So we almost have a completely sealed base now, still with the view of the cave, which is really good. That's the entire goal, is to be able to see everything. But that's going to be a good point for the end of this video. Hopefully OBS didn't crash again. I really hope. But if you guys like the video, please hit the like button. Put your comments and your suggestions down below in the comments section. And I will see you guys... Actually, random question. Random question before we end. This is a question that I asked in the OBS segment that we lost because of the crash. And I'm kind of curious for the answer. Is anyone musical in here? Anyone of you guys sing? I wanted to know what kind of singer I am. You know, there's like multiple singers. I know the two main ones. There's the sopranos, which are the those people that sing really high, and there's the bass, which is like la 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 la, and then there's like some more in the middle. I want to know which one I am. If I'll sing a range of notes. Do re mi fa sol la ti do. That's about as high as I can go. The cringiest. I want to know which one of those I am. I'm probably not a soprano because I can't sing like. I can't go any higher than that, and I'm not a bass for sure because I can't go like. You know, I can't be like a bear like. So Which one of those am I? If you stuck around to actually hear that question, then props to you because you've made it to the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Space Engineers. All I heard was the sound of silence. And OBS crashed again. Just kidding. It didn't tell me that it crashed. It kept playing like it normally does. I've got no clue why it didn't pop up. Some sort of warning I would have liked to see. I can't hit that high note.